Hi, I'm Victoria Donahue, and thank you so much for watching this video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about someone who may be leaving you feeling sad, angry, or anxious without you even knowing about it. I am talking about energy vampires, and I'm going to be talking about ways to identify them and 4 steps that you can take in order for them to minimize the impact on you. Now, have you ever met up with someone who is always leaving you feeling, maybe you feel angry all the time or sad? You basically come in, you start the day feeling great, and you encounter these people and your energy is zapped. Now, I'm not talking about when you meet up with a friend who is sad and you feel sad thinking about their situation because, that's what empathetic friends do. I'm talking about someone who is always leaving you feeling zapped. This is usually an energy vampire. Do you know anyone like this in your life? Energy vampires are usually immature, emotionally individuals. They kind of feel like the world is there to serve them. They're trying to fill that void within, so they're looking to do that through exterior sources. They're going to take and take and take, trying to fill that void. But this is the thing, they're the only ones who can fill that void. They're usually pretty unconscious that they're doing this. So it's not always the best thing to bring it to their attention because it's really going to heighten the charge and they may get quite defensive. Now, these individuals are not bad people by any means. It's actually usually a coping skill that they've had to develop in childhood that they just continue doing. So they really are not aware that they're doing it, and they've been doing it for so long. So really, you need to protect yourself. And especially if this individual is someone who's going to be in your life for a while. If it's a colleague or a family member or even a friend, you can't always, completely banish them from your life. So you really need to develop some strategies to help you cope with them. Now, here are the 4 steps that I use. Step number 1 is pay attention to the signs. Your body is going to tell you if you're in the presence of someone who is robbing your energy. If you're in their presence, how do you feel? Maybe your heart is feeling really tired, or maybe after you talk with them, you have a headache, or maybe you just feel absolutely drained. Your body is going to tell you as soon as you're in their presence. Number 2 is you want to take a breath. As soon as you're in the presence, you want to breathe in and you want to release that energy because that is going to really diminish their charge. And without that charge, they're not zapping energy from you. Step number 3 is to set boundaries. Now, again, if this is someone who you can't avoid, they're always in your life, you really want to be disciplined about your boundaries. If it's a colleague who you sit next to, maybe you want to give yourself 2 minutes with them in the morning, say hi, how are you, and really end the conversation and walk away. Or if it's a family member who's calling you after a long day and you feel exhausted, maybe it's better that you let that go to voicemail and call them back when you have more energy. It can be hard setting boundaries, especially when they're a friend or a family member, but remember, practice makes perfect. And you don't want to tell them necessarily what's going on, or you don't want to explain yourself because often energy vampires can be quite defensive, which will again just heighten that charge. So no need to explain yourself, set those boundaries, practice, 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 because practice makes perfect. And number 4 is you want to do some self-reflection. You want to pay attention to who these energy vampires are. Maybe you're kind of a critical person, you're pretty self-critical. And you are encountering a lot of these vampires who are just so critical. It's usually like I said, mirroring what's going on in your interior life. So if you can pay attention of what's going on outside, then it really gives you a tool to pay attention to what you need to work on. And once you start doing the work, these energy vampires will likely disappear, because when a vampire is drained of their source, they are going to look somewhere else for that energy. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got to learn a little bit about energy vampires and 4 steps on how to deal with them. If you've had an energy vampire in your life, I'd love to know some of the tips that you've used to deal with them. You can please comment below, and if you want to share this video, please do. Thank you so much.